Oh yeah. If I had a horn, I'd blow it. We're all done for today, folks. We got rained on the mower. The mower's a mess. We were almost done, man. Almost done. There was 5 or 6 passes across around the pool left. And it just started downpouring, man. If I didn't spend an hour BSing with Chuck on the phone, I'd have got it done, Chuck. That's all good. Got out here, got Rich's carburetor deal, the little booster, what do you call this, adapter thing that we made. We got the throttle working, it's clear and everything. Right, so we're not near any of the fins. We had to remove some more fins. I don't understand these piston port engines. Why do they make them like that if you got to just start hogging everything to make the carburetor work, you know? There's no way in Hades this would have worked. And my brother Kenny had this engine on a cart already. So, whatever, man. Anyway, so we're good there. We got to get two bolts. And when we order gaskets, exhaust gasket, we got to get some plastic isolator gaskets, one for either side, one for behind the carburetor, between the carburetor and the aluminum plate, or the aluminum adapter, or whatever you call that thing, base plate, exhaust gasket. And we're probably gonna buy a filter cup for it too, because we don't have time to be making silly stuff like that. I got mine from Ace Rossi. That's right, appreciate it, Ace. I want mine back though. This is the one Ace gave me. It's going back on the Yamadog out in the trailer. So we need 2 of these bolts, this long, that type. We need to get 2 new bolts for underneath because Rich didn't get them long enough. He had a low profile nylock maybe, but he got nice flanged nylocks, and as you'll see here, they're just not long enough. Right, you see that, folks? Let's go ahead and put one on. Yeah, it's way short. So we'll go. We gotta go get the hardware anyway, right? So we'll pop that motor mount back off, and we'll pop one of those bolts out. Take it with us. We'll take. I think we've got one here. This one here, I guess, because we got one bolt holding the carburetor on, just to make sure the throttle cable that's on the cart was going to reach and work. Yeah, problem with the brakes. I got to call Brad at Paul Martin. He sold me everything we needed to do this Enginetic complete rebuild under this brake pad. There's no piston to these, obviously. It's a big circle brake pad that pushes out, right? All it is an O-ring. There's an O-ring slot, maybe right in the middle, about bolt circle, or about the size of the center of that brake pad. And the O-ring is the actual piston. That's what the fluid moves, that moves the backing plate and the pad. As soon as you can see, I don't know if you can see the purple silicone we use .5, it's higher temp. So as soon as we got it to here, which was a chore, we won't even get into that, it just working the pedal, just working the pedal to get the air to move, so we could start bleeding. There was still all kinds of air in the system, and we pushed, and you hear gush, gush, gush. Richard says, Robert, tighten that line, the brake line up, it's leaking. I said, the line, felt around, fingers are dry. No, it's not leaking. Bleeder's not leaking, it's all dry. It was just pissing right out. So the O-ring is actually a square. If you look at section view, it's a square O-ring. And it may be dimensionally bigger in one direction than it is the other. So it might have turned a quarter turn. You follow me? If not, Richard said he doesn't care. He doesn't trust or like these brakes. So we'll just put, we'll take the adjuster off, and we'll just connect the rod here. We'll safety wire this down just so it can't, you know, and he'll just run it with the back brakes, because we can do that because it's our track time. You know, we don't need to follow no racing rules, because he's not going to take it to a track to race it anyway. So there you go. We put a piece of string around the gear and the engine gear with the engine all the way back, marked it all the way forward, marked it, measured it, converted it to metric. We need an 880 belt. And from the old days with my Hartman copy, 880s, I think all of our belts were 880s, man, you know. So crazy how the more things change, the more things stay the same, especially with this old junk. Almost positive the Emic, or this Emic copy, the Zip Enduro, when we put that together, had a 1020, 1040, 1060 belt. Does that sound right, Ace? 1060, 1040, something like that. Quite a bit bigger than, longer than this one. So we got to order up some parts for this. We got to go pick up some nuts and bolts. Will this be ready to go? I absolutely will have this thing. I'm 99.9999% sure we'll have this thing running maybe this weekend. And then, you know, Richie can either take it back to his side of town, or he can leave it here and we'll just throw it in the trailer, and we'll take all the junk out there in the trailer, and then he can take it home from there. Started working on the Blue Demon. Little update, I guess, for today. I got one of those plates made, so we can we'll try to fit it up tomorrow and make sure that it fits the cassette and the bolts, and it moves free and all that stuff, that the axle will move. And then we'll go ahead and transfer that to 2 more pieces, and we'll actually scribe. That way we know we're in stone. If we need to adjust it, file it a little bit, we'll go ahead and adjust it. But picking and just chipping away at some things here and there. The wife is off to Philly. Is it 7:15? 7:23. She's at Metro now. I don't think her flight leaves till almost 9, but she's going to Philadelphia for work. Some kind of training or something going on there. Everybody that in her line of the business, whatever it is that she does, from all the branches, they'll all be flying. So it's like a what do they call that in the movie business? A junket or something, right? They're going to go learn something, but they're also going to be schmoozing. You know, 5-star hotel, transportation, drive you everywhere, fancy restaurants to eat and all that stuff. So, of course, she was frantically packing her bag last night. Don't tell shit. So yeah, that's it. So it's me and the Flintstones, baby. We're high, wide, and handsome, lonely and lonesome. All but hey, it's all good out here in the hood. Well, 2 days of peace and quiet. Just working on what Robert needs to do and wants to do. Banged into the mailbox post with the lawnmower and snapped it right off. But they look like ants. I'm sure they're not termites, but they were eating the daylights out of the wood that was up in there. And that's supposed to have a 4x. It's supposed to slip over top of a 4x4. It's a plastic faux, looking mailbox post. And you put the 4x4 on the ground, and you slide that over and put some screws in it. He put a 2x4 in it. I told Sherry, we're going to find more and more and more of this polishing of the turd, so to speak, the longer we stay here. We heard a whoop, bump, 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 bump last night. And I said, what in the heck was that? She goes, I don't know, what was it? She walked out, and she's looking around her new couch. I said, it sounded like it was upstairs in the room, in your office room up there, because we got some furniture up there, individual sofa chair bed. There you go. I just made up a new name. They're individual seats that flip out into a a single bed for the kids, you know, so they don't have to stay on an air mattress all the time when they're here. She went upstairs, she looked around and said, no, man, I can't find it, I can't see nothing. So I walked through the front room, through our bedroom, into my bathroom. I just had a feeling. I pushed the curtain open, and the wire rack that Sherry has hung way too many things on, packed way too many rugs and all kinds of heavy stuff. Yeah, that's right. 9 wall anchors ripped right on the wall. Luckily, when I put up all the shelving in the laundry room, I use these toggle type wall anchors where the thing actually turns sideways and threads up against the back of the drywall. Piece of 1/4-inch steel. They're supposed to be good for 100 pounds a piece. So we just got a project added to the list. Godspeed, God bless y'all. Hang in there. We're getting her. We're trying, man. We're giving it our best shot. Summertime is upon us. We want to get some rides, man. We want to get some rides. Hang in there, y'all. Get your cart cleaned up and ready to go. Talk to you guys later.